Hello, my name is Rachel Miller. I am a junior at Georgia College with the Department of Nursing. My faculty mentor for this research was Dr. Gail Godwin, and the topic I'll be presenting on today is the gut-brain connection. Does our diet affect our mood? So just to begin, it is widely known that eating healthy, nutritious foods help prevent diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. However, it is important to note that the link between nutrition and mental health is just as strong. So my research specifically focuses on eating for depression. The incidence of depression in Western developed countries has greatly increased over the years. And while pharmacological treatments, such as the use of antidepressants, have been useful, the role that nutrition plays in depression may also help individuals better treat and manage their symptoms. And it may help prevent them from relying solely on medications. So to investigate this link, I performed a literature review of 3 research studies that each explored the link between diet and depression. The first step that I performed in starting to answer this question was data collection, in which I performed a computerized search. And so I just typed in key terms such as diet and depression, the gut-brain connection, and nutritional psychiatry. And I sifted through scholarly articles, peer-reviewed journals, and ultimately selected my 3 research studies, which I chose based on 3 criteria that I had set. The first one was that each article would be current within the past 5 years. Each article would use evidence-based research, and that each article explored the link specifically between the mental illness of depression and diet. After selecting my articles, the next step was synthesis and analysis. So I read each article in depth, highlighted the things pertaining to what I thought would answer the question the best, looked at the results, and then I compared each article together, performed a comparative analysis, and kind of synthesized all the data from all 3 articles to formulate my own conclusion, and using the evidence presented from each article, concluded that there is a strong correlation between diet and depression. So to look further into these results, overall, all 3 studies showed that eating a diet comprised of nutrient-dense whole foods is beneficial to treating depressive disorders. And just kind of to define nutrient-dense whole foods, it's foods that maximize the amount of nutrients that are absorbed for your body. So a lot of things with added sugars, a lot of highly processed foods are not considered nutrient dense. Even though they may satiate your hunger, you're not really receiving any nutritional value from them. So that's what nutrient dense means. But back to the results. The SMILES trial was the first research study that I evaluated, and it was a breakthrough study that was the first one of its kind to use a modified Mediterranean diet as an intervention to treat adults with major depressive disorder. So it was the first study of its kind. It's been really revolutionary and in the field of nutritional psychiatry because of the way it conducted its study. But the SMILES trial revealed that the modified Mediterranean diet is in fact an effective therapeutic treatment for individuals with major depressive disorder. The second research study that I looked at was also unique because they developed what they called the antidepressant food scale. And there were a lot of factors that played into the development of it, but essentially it uses a way to rank certain foods based on their antidepressant, anti-inflammatory properties. And so the results showed that nutrient-dense foods such as lots of fishes, Brussels sprouts, leafy greens, they can potentially help in treating and preventing depressive disorders. The third article that I chose was a systematic review of several observational studies that each looked at different ways to gauge nutrition and how it affected depression, different scales and such. And that research revealed and concluded that there is strong evidence supporting the fact that adhering to healthy diets, like the Mediterranean diet, can decrease symptoms of clinical depression. Another thing, common theme that I found between all three of these articles is that they each explicitly mention the gut-brain connection, which there's still a lot of unknowns and a lot of research going into the mind-gut pathway, but ultimately all of them concluded that the gut microbiome plays an integral role in brain health and therefore affecting your mental health. So a healthy gut equals happy brain. So in conclusion, all the findings from these research studies support the claim that diet does in fact affect our emotions in more ways than we probably know. The Mediterranean diet in particular has proven to be a unique treatment option for individuals diagnosed with depression. So it'll be interesting to see that as this research continues to develop and become more grounded and gain more headway in the medical world, how clinicians would utilize this research to better treat their patients with depression. So that would be really interesting, and I'm excited to see where this goes. But as I mentioned, nutritional psychiatry is a growing field of study, and as more research is being conducted, it becomes more evident the crucial impact that diet has on the brain. Therefore, it is important to nourish our body and minds with nutrient-dense foods and keep our gut microbiome healthy. I think that it's important to note that complete overall health is composed of both physical health and mental health. So taking like a holistic view, I think we often treat just the physical symptoms and we put mental health on the back burner, and we kind of focus on, oh yeah, nutrition can help prevent diabetes, heart disease, but nobody really sees it as also helping mental health disorders, which is why I think this research is so crucial and important, because as all the evidence suggests, nutrition does have an effect on mental health and your mood. So really focusing on eating right, eating well for both body and mind. I think that's the overall thing. Keeping physically active will also help boost your mood, your serotonin levels. So I also included several helpful tips. So there's just a few resources on eating habits and how to combat depression through food. The first one is from Dr. Mark Hyman, who is an integrated functional medicine doctor that I've grown to love over the years. So It's a podcast that he talks about how you can eat to beat depression. The second one is from Harvard Health, and it discusses diet and depression, offers their research and a few tips on how to deal with that. The third one is a food pyramid of the Mediterranean diet and kind of breaks down each category and how much you should be consuming in each category. So you can either scan the QR code with your phone or you can click on the link. But for now, that's all. So I hope you are all staying well and healthy and eating nutritious food. All right, thank you.